I'm Melanie Alexander. I'm born and raised in Terrace BC. My family roots on my grandmother's side are from Yxvdmkna from Clemty, BC. And on my grandfather's side, I'm Hilsick in Bella Bella, BC. I have grown to make a passion of making regalia, from vests to tunics to button blankets to shawls. I haven't did that. I just did that a couple days ago, making a shawl from another nation, and that was really inspiring. From the Potlatch Band, you know, a lot of our oral history, our treasures, from our blankets to our treasures to our copper, have been lost. And for be able to bring it back, and for us to going, no, like, we are going to be taking our culture back. And me sitting there, be able to, all over Turtle Island. When I was 17 years old, my brother was graduating from law school, and I really wanted to give him a really sacred gift. And so I made him a button blanket. And after that, and then I also made, when my grandmother passed away in the early 2000s, late 2000s, my uncle was having a tombstone feast, hosting her tombstone feast. And a lot of our family didn't have regalia or vests or dancing aprons or tunics. So I decided on myself to be able to make the regalia. So I reached out to some of my family and got some mentorship to be able to make the regalia. In my culture, we use the button blanket. It's made from Milton or ultra suede, abalone shells, mother of pearl. Really signifies where I'm from and who we are is our identity. From our crests to our oral stories, to our family stories, from the crest, names, very specific. Well, I like it because I'm able to make a historic story, an oral story, going from oral stories or on paper of our oral stories and put on fabric. To me, it's fun. I love doing it. It kind of makes it healing and for me to be in my own space, to be able to make this and to be able to see individuals that I've made this regalia for is very humbling.
How do you get?
A lot of it was word of mouth. Of me sitting there making other blankets, or I was sitting there putting my images of my work on Facebook. But majority it was word of mouth, asking if I be willing to make some regalia, and that was really honoring, you know, because that is your self-identity, you know, of you're making this art piece for a specific individual from because just in my immediate family, I did have a few family members. That's what they did within the family, especially through feasting. Was they made the design, made the regalia. Actually, I was talking to one of my cousins yesterday, and she's like, you know what, Melanie, I'm ready to retire from this. It's amazing to see other family members be able to carry on with this and so it's not lost. It's a huge honor, like, to be asked stuff to be able to make the regalia and me to be able to have the person explain what they want on that blanket, because it's a storybook and their self-identity of who they are, where they come from, dancing on the floor and sweeping the floor, coming into their spirit. It was just like so breathtaking. to share with other individuals of follow your passion, find your self-identity, our culture, our histories of who we are as First Peoples, because it is the most inspiring thing of step up. If there's times you need, especially learning something new, I went from not learning it at all to looking stuff through the web and stuff like that, or reaching out to my family members that were already doing this craft and this art. And it really gives me strength and my well-being of this, me being a Yxvdmkna and a Hiltsuk woman, to be able to share these pieces of art to others. It gives me so much joy, like my heart bursts to see that, and it's so humbling because I've always been the type of person that, okay, no one else is going to do it, I'll do it. And I love that, just like seeing an individual with my regalia on that I've done for them, either gifted or I have someone order from me for that specific person. And I like to share their story of who they are. And it just gives me so much joy to be able to see that.